Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jake. Here with another edition of the Astral News. This is where I report what I see from my point of view happening in the astral. And now when I say the astral, I mean the middle astral. If I refer to the lower astral, I'm going to say lower astral. When I refer to the upper astral, I'm going to refer to it as 60, or I'm going to say the upper astral. It's a lot different. The lower astral is a lot different than the middle, and the upper astral is a lot different from the middle. So when I say the astral, I mean the middle astral, okay? The way I see it is that the starseeds are in charge of the middle astral realm, okay? The upper astral, the higher beings are in charge of, okay? The lower astral, the egregors are pretty much running the show down there, okay? There's all sorts of nasty stuff going on down there all the time. All right, so the whole goal is for us to maintain the frequency of the astral plane, of the middle astral plane. Maintain the frequency, keep it in a high frequency, okay? So we're really trying to merge the higher astral with the middle, and even try to bring it down into the lower. Okay, that's the frequency wars that are going on in the astral realms. Okay, now if an egregor or a low frequency being is using weapons, their weapons are low frequency. If it's a high frequency being using weapons, the weapons are high frequency. So it's a frequency war. So a missile from a low frequency being could harm you, but if a high frequency being shot a missile at you and it exploded, it would be great for you. It would raise your frequency. So that's just a little bit about how frequency works in the astral. Now, as many of you know, the astral portals that's the game in the astral right now. It's all about portals. It's all about finding the portals, controlling the portals, blowing the portals up, opening up portals, closing portals, moving through portals. Everything is portals, portals, portals in the astral. So what's happening is the low frequency beings, the egregors down in the lower astral, are trying to open up portals so that they can travel up into the middle astral to lower the frequency. Okay? So what I saw was there are two places, this is last night, I saw two different places that, well, let me first explain this. The middle astral right now is in great shape. It is looking beautiful right there. We've been doing a lot of hard work in the astral and maintaining the frequency and raising the frequency. There's been amazing things going on in the middle astral. It's like peaceful everywhere. It's easy to access. It's fun. It's rivers and mountains and valleys and nature, and I don't see any battles going on in the middle astral. I'm sure there are pockets of resistance in areas too, but so what I see basically happening is I don't see any battling going on in the middle astral. I see us defending our posts, and I see I see a lot of the higher realm beings coming down and establishing posts, outposts in the middle astral to support the starseeds, which we have been, working on. I'm getting, so we've got it. We've got the support. So what I see is I saw two different locations. One of the locations, it looks like they look like spaceships with fortresses built in around them, if that makes sense. So like if they were to park a whole like city or something, if they were to like descend a city out of the higher astral and just park it right in the middle astral, and it's got like this fortress around it, and this is like this spaceship, this big huge spaceship with a lot of weapons on it. I mean, very, very high frequency technology, very high frequency weapons, and there's two different spots. One of them in the middle, and they're both in the middle astral. So you're talking about these huge spaceship fortresses is the only way that I can describe them. Okay, one of them run by the Alpha Dracos, the positive Alpha Draconians. Okay, the dragons, and the other one is run by the Urmah. And space is a little weird in the astral. I can't really tell how far apart they are or whatever, but they don't seem too far apart as far as how big the astral is, which is astral is pretty much infinite. But so the one I was at, the fortress I was at, I knew about the dragons one, the Alpha Draconians one, just by talking to the Urmah and figuring it out with other people online, Helena specifically. So so basically I was at the fortress. I was standing right outside the fortress where they were launching these high frequency missiles out of it. There were a couple of portholes like in the fortress, you know, and they had like these, they were just launching these missiles out. I'm saying like maybe between 300 and 500 missiles per minute. Okay, per minute. And I was pretty amazed at what it looked like. I mean, they looked like missiles. They were definitely missiles. And I was just like, okay. I turned to one of the guys. I started counting the missiles coming out. I'm just like counting, you know, like, well, this 50 grand and another 50 grand and another 100 grand and another 100 grand. I was just like, there's like millions and billions of dollars worth of these missiles being pumped out of this Urmah fortress in the middle astral. And what I saw, so I turned to one of the Urmah and I said, isn't this expensive? I just thinking, man, this must cost a lot of money. Apparently they have plenty of resources, and there's no shortage of these high frequency missiles that they're launching down into the lower astral. So what I saw were these two black portals the regressives are trying to open up from the lower astral plane. They're black. They look like black water. Okay, and they have like this funnel shaped. It's like it comes up from the lower astral and it gets wider and wider, and then it turned like this. So it looked like a horn, basically. Okay, so it looked like a horn, and then the portal was here, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to suck the energy of the middle astral down. They're trying to suck the frequency down into it. So what we've been doing, what the Urmah are doing, is they're launching missiles into it. So it's actually being counterproductive to what the regressives are trying to do. The regressives are trying to suck the energy of the middle astral down to lower the frequency. And the Urmah are just launching these high frequency missiles into it, going, oh, you wanna suck this in? Go ahead. And these missiles are being put into the portal, shot right into the portal, right down in the lower astral, and are exploding everywhere in the lower astral and raising the frequency of the lower astral. And these whole groups of the lower astral are changing. These whole clusters. It looks like clouds almost. These dark clouds are like changing into positive things and becoming part of the middle and becoming part of the high frequency middle now. And so the frequencies in the middle astral, whatever you guys are doing in the group, and I know you guys have been, you know, running into Yazi all the time and running into all these higher beings and running in and just, you know, whatever you guys are doing with your codes and your dreams and your visions and whatever you guys are doing, it's working. It is working. Stay active. Don't be passive. Don't fall for this, you know, useless, neutral, passive mind control stuff. Stay active in the astral and fight. Now is the time to fight. Fight with your higher frequency. Use your higher frequency to raise it. So we're maintaining this high frequency in the middle astral. It looks like everybody's exactly where they need to be. The missions that have opened up on Venus is a huge clue, is a huge mark. It's a marking point that we're moving forward. We're not just staying still, we're not going backwards, but we're moving forward. So each one of you that are involved with the action and being active in the astral, everything that you guys are doing is working. You guys are working together, and I'm so proud of all of you, and you guys should be proud of yourselves, because this is a lot of hard work, and this has been years in the making. And we've had a lot of sacrifices, and we've had to deal with a lot of stuff in order to get to this point. Okay? So you guys should be very proud of yourselves, and don't give up, don't give it, don't go on vacation like I did for a week. That was the wrong thing for me to do, was just to take it easy and step back. Okay? I apparently was being mind controlled to think that I could just hang out in the higher realms and be passive and expect everything just to go good like normal. That's not the case, okay? Stay active, okay? Stay active. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. It looks like the Alpha Draconians, the dragons, they have a fortress spaceship. They're covering one portal. They're blasting that with missiles and high frequency missiles, high frequency bombs, and whatever they are doing. And this is going to happen until the 22nd of this month, okay? These blastings, because it's gonna eventually close. The regressives are gonna eventually figure it out that this is not working to their satisfaction, okay? And what I see actually happening is those negative portals, once they suck in all of that high frequency energy, it's like turning a sock inside out. Those negative portals are going to turn from black to high frequency, rainbow colored, whatever. And they're going to be now our portals to the lower astral to go down there and fight and raise the frequency of that, because that's the game, okay? If you don't like duality, then don't go to Earth. Don't come to Earth, okay? If you just want to transcend duality, just don't come to Earth. If you want to, not be involved in the fight, and you don't want to pick a regressive side or the positive side, if you just want to be lukewarm, then just stay wherever you're at in your cozy little spaceship, being the voyeur, being the peeping Tom, and watching what is going on down here on Earth, I don't think very highly of those beings that don't want to get involved. So yeah, that's my whole take on that. And let's see if there's anything else I want to say. So yeah, so the Urmah and the Alpha Draconians seems like they have their own fortress spaceship bases going on. They're blasting those negative portals. The starseeds are doing the upgrades. So because the middle astral, because we are holding the high frequency in the middle astral so well, there also comes an upgrade for our astral avatars and the ones that are involved in the fight, okay? The ones that are actually taking action are the ones that get the reward. So, if you're just sitting back and watching on the sidelines, this is not for you. This upgrade is not for you. Nothing is happening for you that I'm aware of. This is specifically for the astral warriors that are going there, that are fighting, that are doing the work, and that are raising the frequency of the astral. Major upgrade happening all the way until the 22nd. Okay? Until the 22nd, expect increases in all your abilities to dream, your abilities to use powers in your dreams, just your psychic abilities, just all of the different things And Saya says, what if you hang out in the higher realms and just animating things? If you're just animating people from the lower. You know, Saya, that's a great point. What if you are just hanging out in the higher realms and you're animating people in the middle realms or the star seeds? Because this is what Yazi does. Yazi does this, but she also she's active. She's actively doing it. She's not just hanging out in the higher realms. She's flying her planes around the ship. So when she's flying her planes around the ship and she's protecting all the passengers, making sure everything is getting there on time and everything, that's not just hanging out in the higher realms being passive.